Hey, this is George Thompson. Pull up a seat here beside me in front of the computer here and share a little bit about who we've had opportunity to work for and some examples of our work. Appreciate you taking the time to spend with me today. Again, my name is George Thompson. I'm with Thompson Online Services, and well, thankful to be the husband of Holly Thompson and the proud father of Philip, David, and Luke here in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. And if you're looking at some of the folks that we've had opportunity here at Thompson Online Services to work with, you'd have to kind of back up the tape. And before we arrived in 1998, 21 years ago, one of the companies I was working with in Harrisonburg, Virginia was now referred to as In-Service Marketing Group. We had opportunity there to help with inbound, outbound telephone calls with quite a few conservative and nonprofit as well as religious companies that needed help with their marketing, whether it was taking calls, receiving calls, reaching out to customer bases, asking for their support for certain calls, or praying with customers, things like that. Really had a great time working with the good folks there. And then the Lord led us to come to Powell, Tennessee to attend Crown College of the Bible here. Well, when we transitioned to Powell, after having been there in the Virginia area for almost 30 some years, had opportunity to join forces with the folks there at U.S. Cellular over there, currently off of Parkside Drive, there in the industrial complex. While I was there, had opportunity to work in customer care as well as customer relations, and hey, had a great time there, providing the highest level of service possible to customers, and we were greatly blessed to receive quite a bit of recognition, winning things like the Presidential Expected Award and some cost-saving projects, and matter of fact, won that award twice. And just quite simply, that's where a lot of the passion that I have was initially birthed as far as customer service and customer retention, making sure you keep those customers that you work so hard to get. Served them very gratefully for nearly 10 years, and then as the Lord would have it, launched out on my own with Pearl Marketing Technologies here in the Knoxville area. It was referred to by Moore's Creative Group as Marketing 3.0, doing things like text messaging, direct to voicemail, clout scoring, and just some really cutting edge things that quite simply just helping make that phone ring the moment you push the button. 30 seconds later, the phone would ring. As we launched out there with Pearl, one of the first companies that we had opportunity to, by the way, we were located over there near Coachman Clothiers, across from the Porsche and Audi dealership out west, was a company called Regal Painting. Ken Turner and the good folks over there at Regal. And that's where I was really convinced and awakened, as well as they were, just the great importance of video, not only on your website, but on YouTube, and of course nowadays on social media and things like that. So we had opportunity to do multiple things, projects, things like that for Regal, and had opportunity with them. If you look over here on their video page at regalpaintingknoxville.com, we shot a handful of videos for them. I think it may have been as many as 20 at one time there. Some frequently asked questions, some should ask questions, and different things that the coach was talking about there, Coach Ken Turner, to really help give people an opportunity to meet him and begin to know him and like him and trust him. And they were very successful back. A good night, that's probably almost 9 years ago, and those videos are still working for him today. And people will call and say, hey, I saw you on the video. And he's been able to use those through multiple evolutions, if you would, of and revamps of his website and his online presence. And in addition to those videos, we were blessed to be able to do something that was a great help to Ken, is on his homepage. We were able to help him with a homepage video. And you probably have one of those on your website, no doubt, here. And we stood in, we were the actual talent there. We had a little beard going on, and we introduced people to Regal, told a little bit about the business, the services they offered, and how they could reach out to Ken. So that's been a real help to helping him lower the amount of people bouncing on the homepage and bouncing right off. And once people fill out that form, this gets them to know, like, and trust him, his business a bit more. People fill out the form, then a lot of times people will jump over here. If they don't fill the form out immediately, sometimes they'll jump over here to the Contact Us page. We shot a video over there for them, just explaining a little bit about what the process is like This is a great need for probably, I'd say, 80 to 90% of businesses here in the Knoxville and surrounding area. Folks just don't have a contact us video on the page. So we were the talent for that as well, and recorded that, explained to them what the process looked like, and that's increased the number of people who, again, know, like, and trust Regal and know they're not going to get sold, spammed. No high-pressure salesman going to call them. It's Ken himself. So a lot more people are filling out the Contact Us form here, requesting a free estimate. People submit that. And here shortly, we're also going to be shooting a thank you video for him and putting that on the website, just simply thanking them for the great decision that they made when they requested an estimate from Ken. But moving forward, after we worked with Regal and continue to help them up to this day, worked here locally with the company Papa John's over in the Halls area. Had an opportunity to work with them and built an audience using text messaging and a local landing page for them, and saw some great results, quite frankly, for Papa John's and Halls. And so much so, they attracted corporate attention from their corporate in Kentucky. And it wasn't shortly, after we saw those great results, outperforming them during their Super Bowl promotion, that, they rolled out their version of what we were doing locally to the entire country. I think we may have encouraged them a little bit in that, but it was great. Not only did we have good success there, we were blessed with the Papa John's, but our that case study was actually mentioned in this book right here, Free Marketing 101, Low and No Cost Ways to Grow Your Business Online and Off. That's a mentor of mine, longtime business friend, Jim Cockrum. And if you purchase that book at Barnes & Nobles or Books A Million or on Amazon, you'll find that in Chapter 30, the chapter on text messaging can't be ignored, that the success that we had using text messaging to sell pizzas, 80 pizzas on a Sunday with just a click of a mouse the very first time we used it. He used that as a case study. We were honored to be featured in that particular book. We were able, and again, very thankful that local Ford dealership, Ray Varner, they saw the success, agreed that what we were doing with the Big Deal Club at Papa John's was something that could be done there at Ford with their Quick Lane. If you're familiar with their, very similar to Jiffy Lube, we're able to do a Quick Lane Club, similar to the Big Deal Club for Papa John's. And they, too, as well, built a list from their existing customer base, pushed a button, people would turn around who just left the lot, come right back into the dealership, get their oil change, get some tires, get a tune-up, that type of thing. It was such a great success for them. They won #1 in their top 20 competition of other dealers, and we were able to roll out that promotion to other Ford dealerships. Here's Courtesy Ford. They had a Quick Lane Club. We had multiple Ford dealerships across the Southeast follow suit and do the same thing as well. Locally, if you've ever been to a Knoxville Ice Bears game, you could have experienced some of the different promotions we did for the Ice Bears. They had a campaign that we were able to put together in 2 nights, and we're able to grow their list for a club we built for the Ice Bears, 800 members in just 2 nights, using text messaging and some giveaways that we did there. It was a great experience at that live event, and they were able to contact those folks and market to the fan base, that type of thing. So, moving along here just a bit, as we fast forward here, that was from 2009 to 2012. One of the companies had an opportunity that had recruited us for a role that they had created for a marketing director was Coast to Coast Trucking Permits, also here in Knoxville, privately owned company. And we put together a complete marketing plan, calendar, social media marketing. That the bottom line, after doing a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway and some marketing and some revamp there, they went on to become the most liked permit company in the entire nation. Over 5,000 people liking them, outperforming some of the local folks in their industry, such as Pilot, Travel Centers of America, Love's Travel Centers as well. Just on a very small shoestring budget, if you would, compared to some of those multi-million-dollar companies. Had a great opportunity working with them and increasing their permit count with new customers and lowering their retention, similar to what we did at U.S. Sailor, and working on them with lead capture and different things like that to help grow their business and use some of the strategies that we know worked online. The gentleman that you saw earlier in the book here previously, Jim Cockrum, the mentor that had got me started in working with local businesses and selling physical products online, their company approached us and reached out to us He also was the author of a book called Silent Sales Machine. They had a community of over 100,000 folks, many of which who had bought the Proven Amazon course were selling online, and they needed help with that 100,000 member base, doing things like moderating their Facebook group and doing customer service, retention, things like that, and working online and helping them come up with some creative strategies as well to increase their sales. And in this particular community, it grew from nothing to over 53,000 members for my silent team, helping those folks who are also online sellers. That's the world that I've lived in for at least almost the last decade, and I enjoyed it. Not only just folks that are working with physical products, but also here's another subgroup off of that, offline biz. These are people who like to hang out with each other and work with business owners to help them with their online marketing. I think it's about 33 or so hundred people in that community that I was able to serve, work with, help them grow their local agency and their local marketing businesses as well. We built a portal as well with Jim Cockrum and the folks here at Proven Digital Marketing, and people were able to log in, access all their training, and it was very, very successful to help deliver the course content to the customers. And the bottom line was create more success stories, more reviews, more sales, as any business owner would be appreciative of. Some of the other companies at the same time I worked with also was their coaching department. Jim Cockrum coaching Nathan Bailey. We had an interview with him recently. I'd be glad to share that with you. He's a director of coaching and business development, and he and I have worked for almost a decade with many of their clients who were coaching clients on a high-paid one-on-one basis, and we saw some real great results in helping him improve his business and their processes, fixing things that are broke, being able to really streamline some of the processes in their particular business. And like I said, just had a great interview with him recently. Glad to share that with you as well, the folks over there, Jim Cockrum Coaching. As we shift forward here, what have you been doing lately? What's going on now? What's working now? What do you have to show me now? Well, if you go locally over here on Clinton Highway, you'll find a gentleman who owns a business, been in business for about 25 years, Backyard Creations, and his business was, well, as many businesses were, he was struggling just to be a super guy, and just they really wondered, what are we going to do? It's kind of slow. Well, we started helping him, and he had no website presence and very limited to no activity on social media. But we were able to train him, and starting back in about June, you see all these videos here that we had blessed to have the opportunity to help him with. We did some things. We started off with a small little contest there, and began to do video walkthroughs talking about the different products, different things that he was selling, different benefits, that type of thing, and end up shooting not just video walkthroughs but customer testimonials, doing some things for the holidays, talking about not only just storage buildings but also steel buildings, metal garages, that type of thing, and it took off. As you go through, we had opportunity, we were blessed to see over 49 videos, over 100,000 views, and the most important thing, he was able to go from $25,000 in sales to over $100,000 in sales consistently for multiple months. And the blessing, really, one of the biggest blessings after we finished working together is that now, when you look at it, and as of the date today is looks like it's October of 2019, you'll notice here on and on. Now he and one of his family members that works there on the lot with him, he's continuing to do video. I was able to train him on the process about how to shoot the video, how to use things like Facebook Live, how to capture customer testimonials, pictures with the customers, put some signage up. He's still going on. So now the student, if you would, has graduated and has become the teacher. He's able to teach his brother how to do the same process here. So he's continuing to sell buildings, continuing to grow his business even during the time where it normally would slow down as we approach winter. So again, my name is George Thompson with Thompson Online Services. Glad I was able to share some of the things have been able to do for our customers and clients and some of the folks who've had opportunity to work with. Any questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text here, 865-679-8173, or just jump over here on Facebook.com/Mr. George Thompson and send me a message that way as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.